Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing on this fine weekend? You can see we are back down on the farm. So welcome back to my Let's Play of Farming Simulator 2013 out here in Midwest USA. It's the map that we're playing. And as you can see, I'm harvesting my corn still. The biggest trailer in the game is up to 90%, and as you can see, we've done not very much of this field. Yeah, there's a lot of corn in this field. Holy moly, boys! There's also a heck of a steep climb out of here. Good thing we got a nice strong tractor. There we go. All right. And this guy is completely full, so we need to take him in and empty him. This is of course doing the wheat field here. It's a fair size as well, so it will not be too easy. Yeah. Didn't really need to go through all the cow farm to get where I need to go, but that's okay. That's okay. The fact that we can means that we will. There's the silos off in the distance. So I hope everyone's doing well, enjoying their summer, now that we've had almost our first month of it go through. So, and to those interested that might have missed the news, although how you would, I don't know if you're a gamer, but Steam has finally got their summer sale going on. So far, nothing I've been real keen on. Although in all honesty, that's probably as much just because I have most of what's being offered so far that I would be interested in. So, yeah. Even if it is a slightly better discount, that just sort of makes you go, well, I guess I could have waited. But, you never know. It's a hit and miss thing. You can usually count as far as Steam goes. If you're doing better than a 66%, you may get a better sale, but you may not. If it's under 66%, odds are they will eventually have it on for a better deal. Alright, we've emptied those two. It's going to take us a while to do this field. So I sold the round baler, and I sold, we had two chaff wagons there, what do you call it, forage trailers. We had two of those, and I thought one would probably do the trick. So I did sell off both of those, and what I bought was the grass header for the Krone Big X that we had, because they were nice enough to supply us one, but they only included the corn header. And that's fine and dandy, but our first crop of corn, at least, I kind of want to keep. But as far as the grass header goes, oh, this guy's finished and he's waiting. There's a lot of grass on this map. We can make good use of it. Start getting our silage up, start getting our troughs filled, things like that. And get all ready for the big cow invasion, because yes, we are going to have cows. We are going to have lots of cows. There we go. And the corn one is just about full again too. You get two great big fields like this going, you can pretty much swap between them. And I have... what else did I get besides that? Oh, picked up a couple of trailers for it, obviously. For the Krone, that is, because the only trailers I have are these two, which aren't great. They're okay for this sort of thing, I guess, by the time you get them both full. You can see it's going to take about 1.5 harvesters per trailer. Not great. Okay, let's just sort of get you back in position. This field is so big you don't even know which end the harvester's on half the time. So... there we go. It's got to be down here somewhere. And it is at 100%, so it's down here and it's waiting for us. Tick tock, he says. I'm charging you $1 a second. Where are you? Something else I've noticed after only a year or something of playing, it's quite important what corner you start your field in. But just because of which way it's going to line up the harvester's pipe, right? About 80% of the time on this cornfield, I'm actually in the corn to get at the pipe. It's fine on this particular map where they don't have withering turned on for machinery. Oh, we're full. And we still got 32% sitting inside, but that's okay. So yeah, because there are certain pieces of machinery that if you run over a crop with them, they'll actually destroy the crop or wither it where they've touched. So, thankfully, we don't have that particular issue with this particular field, so either side that the pipe is on, we can get to it. On fields or maps or machinery where that is enabled, of course, you have to be a little more careful about what you do. And sometimes that's as simple, as I say, as just simply starting your machine in the opposite corner. On this particular cornfield, it doesn't help because the machine can't actually do a full row, so he's going to stop in opposites pretty much every time. Alright, that's one full load of corn. Amazing. Whoa, flip our trailer, that would not be cool. So far I really like the way this map is laid out. It makes a lot of sense. Things are fairly easy to get to. Alright, now that we have half a second, there we go. So there we are, there's our crone. All ready to go. Oh yeah, just picked an area, gonna run her up there, you know. Get us some chaff ready. Perfect, look at that. I will, of course, do the normal grass cutting and baling of grass and baling of all the other things for the cows, but for the moment I thought this would do. We get both of these trailers filled, but the wheat trailer is now full. There we go. Switch to the other one, so let's switch to our wheat trailer, shall we? Well, that's the funky little tractor I bought. I'll show you that in a few minutes. It's a mod I hadn't seen before when I was cruising through FSUK for some new mods, and I thought, hey, what the heck. It's always nice if you can have a reasonably priced tractor to pick up, just sort of, you know, one of those things if you get, as I do here, both of the tractors they gave us, other than my front end loader, are towing trailers for harvesters. So don't really like using the front end loader as a general purpose tractor. That's why I usually just keep the telehandler. They gave us both in this instance, but I will probably sell the one front end loader and just simply keep the telehandler and get all the appropriate tools for it. So, and well, I didn't quite fill the first trailer, but almost. And now we get a little bit in the second one. Alright. So, let's check out this funky tractor. This is pretty cool, actually. I kind of like it. Another thing I really like with this map. Here's the odd thing about it, though. It always, near as I can tell, always has these hazard lights running. See, I'm not even in it. It's not running. Now it is. See? So yeah, I'm really not sure what that's all about, but there doesn't seem to be any real way to 6, no, 7, 8, 9. Nope. Let's try 4. No, 5. Oh, lights. 6 rear lights. 7. No. 8. No. 9. Nope. No. Apparently the four-way flashers remain on at all times. But other than that, it's a pretty funky tractor. I put a barrel weight on the front, and it didn't work anymore. Yeah, it's not, definitely not designed to pack a big weight on the front, and that was actually quite funny. Oh, good. Now, here's a rather interesting argument. Now, you can see that we can pop these 2 rows into one, and that means that when we go over it with the baler, we have half as many rows to deal with, and the bales will generate twice as quickly because there's so much more mass in the row. However, does it really save any time? Because let's think about it. Rather than running the baler up and down here twice, oops, and I just lost a row, that's even worse. We're running this up once and the baler up once. So yeah, I'm not sure that it really does any good. And I know that even the largest one isn't quite big enough to take care of it. So we will have to deal with that as we go along, and it's not that one, it's actually the corn one that's full, so let's figure out which end of the field he's at. Oh, he's right there. That's nice. Sometimes this field being so big you really can't tell. You have to go, well, and then head towards one end of the field, and when you get to the draw distance where he would normally pop in, if he doesn't pop in, well, yeah, then you turn around and you go all the way down the other end of the field, wait for him to pop in there. So, and just about the time he finishes unloading, we should be able to hop into the other one. And that's basically where we're at right now, is I'm going to try and get these 2 gigantic fields harvested. We do own a 3rd field, but we really haven't had time to get to it yet. This is sort of the opposite of our Riverside map, where the fields just generated nothing. These generate huge, huge amounts of crops, so shouldn't take us too long to build up our investment, as it were. Okay, you're doing good, but you need filled. Or emptied, sorry. Maybe we can find him. There he is. Oof, all over the place here. Little more. See if we can't just get that one filled first, and then let him move on to the other one. 49, might get a little over 50, there we go. And on to the second one. Perfect. And we can actually tag out. Don't need him at the moment, he'll do. Filling. There we go. Nice. Get this guy all filled up, and then don't think we'll go to the biogas with it right away. I think actually we're probably going to run it up to the cow farm. I think we'll store there before we go elsewhere. I'm not sure if there's really enough grass on this hill to be doing this. I think what I might do here is just chirp over to the other side of the road and leave that stuff for the mower. They did include one of those giant mowers, Big M I guess it's called, the Krone Big M. Yeah, so that shouldn't be an issue. And yeah, I'm going to fill these. I'll haul them up to the cow farm. I will continue to harvest those other fields, And I think when that part of the project's done, I'll come back with another episode. So, hope you enjoyed our time together. Take care of each other. This is Species 7, and ciao for now.